Join us for a driving review of the all-new Honda Jazz, the all-new Honda Fit. Let's go! In the front here we can see the new Honda Jazz, a new Honda Fit, has a very round design once again, more EV kind of design, closed front grille almost. Headlamps come standard with LED with an interesting daytime running light. Short vehicle, small car segment. The length is at 4 meters 04, 13.3 or 159 inches. Wheels from 15 to 16 inch. These are indeed the 16-inch wheels. You see it's a kind of van style, I would say, from the design. Shiny covers here for the mirrors, and you can also get, for example, contrasting roof colors. That's all possible. There's also the so-called cross star version in the crossover look, then with crossover cladding around the wheel arches. And in the rear we see a modern hatch design, also modern LED signature right here. Nothing too fancy here though. So in Japan you also get a 1.3-liter naturally aspirated engine, but here the new EHEV, that's then the engine primarily for Europe, 1.5-liter petrol engine, naturally aspirated, 4-cylinder, with 2 electric motors. One serving as a generator and the other one directly as a drivetrain electric motor. How does it work? So, more than 80 kilometers an hour, the ICE directly powers the front wheels. Then there's hybrid mode, where the ICE gives power to the generator generates the electric power and then drives the front wheels, so the engine can remain in an optimum efficiency status. And then there's also direct EV driving from the battery, from that buffer battery, when you have enough buffer battery left, and then especially for the very low speeds and so on. Very interesting system. Does it lead to more efficiency? We'll experience in the driving part. Inside of the doors here is hard pack material, however, small car segment. Then new interior, see fancy steering wheel, digital instruments, zoom more to that. Nice white contrasts here on the interior, another cubby hole right there. Then seats, really beautiful. You see here a high quality fabric style in a Scandinavian furniture design, this grey design. And on the outside some leatherettes, so the seats are animal free, and they are available here in this grey-black design, but also in the beige-white design, so you can pick from that. And if you go for the cross-star version, they are also water repellent in a outdoor style. And also very nicely done how here, see here, they're like, there's a round shape that goes to the lower part that makes it also feeling living room furniture like. So the seats, one of the best things about this vehicle here, and so many things have been upgraded to, from a very simple basic vehicle to something where you say like, this really has premium character. Getting inside, easy entry, door opens widely, and this first visual impression from the seat here, also when you feel the fabric, high quality. This is really like in the premium vehicle. I'm really astonished. And the seating position is also good. The fabric adapts to the body. It's soft. It feels really great. And then, the combination with the leatherette on the outside. Also, as a tall person, you feel really at home. Interior overview. Completely new interior for the new Honda Jazz or Honda Fit. And a very modern steering wheel design. No spoke design right here. I think it's really cool, fancy. And also how everything is done, like the quality of the buttons, the clicking sounds. Also here for the heated steering wheel, new manual climate unit. They went back for the manual climate unit again, and here one clicking preview as for that. So straightforward design, new screen, 7-inch digital instruments left, 9-inch screen here, infotainment screen on the right. Instruments left, the battery status, right, fuel status, and clear to read the current speed, and then here in the lower part you can phone or like some GPS information, compass when you don't have a route set. Ooh, a red power button, fancy. And what about the infotainment system right here? Apple CarPlay integration. Let's check out the sound here also. Yeah, not the most crystal clear one. I think we can't expect that from this segment, but still, let's say okay. Here also to mute it in a fast way. Good integration right there. I really like this matte style display, not too high glossy, so you also don't see the fingerprints on that much. And this temperature control is excellent here also. Nice clicking sound, and how it feels, what you hear, really high quality, premium feeling here. Also the button for the heated seats. So very well done. They went back to the manual climate knob in this generation intentionally because customer wanted it. This is one of the best solutions I've seen recently, even illuminated around here, again, like in the premium vehicle, and actually better than in one of the new premium vehicles. And interesting also that here on the right side, you not only have a lower glove box, which is by the way not dampened, but you also have a secondary upper glove box. And oh, yeah, there's another cup holder by the way. The first thing you have to show with the Honda Jazz or Honda Fit, also in the predecessor, are the magic seats when talking about rear seating. And look at that, when you have that here, you have to put that down and then it clicks right here and stays upright, and then you can transport a big plant, or for example, you have so much space then right here, something that is high, that doesn't fit in the trunk area. You can also do it here on the other side, like this, and you can literally like jump through the vehicle right there. This is really awesome. And then you just fold it here, and you can see I can even do it with one hand using the big mic here today because there's a lot of wind noise here around today. So, and then that's it again. And what you can also see is here way thicker bolstering for the rear seats if you compare it to the predecessor, and that looks once again with this gray fabric really premium alike. Wide opening door here, almost 90 degrees, easy access to get in and out, easy access for all parents to install the child seats, and I really feel this thicker bolstering. It's a very soft and comfortable rear bench. Wow, it's phenomenal really. So let's open the trunk, 300 up to 1,200 liters, that's 50 to 100 liters loss due to the hybrid technology. If you compare it to the predecessor, that's one thing we have to swallow. Here cabin trolley fits in easily. The trunk itself is quite deep, you can see. This is here another storage below that for first aid kit and so on. So very well usable. You see they don't waste any space. You can grab over here to fold the seats and push them forward, and you see how really flat they fall. So once again, they put so much thought into this vehicle. 65 centimeters is the length right here. And should you wonder why do the seats fold flat that well, here it is. So if I fold the upper part, the lower part moves down into the footwell right there. Wow, excellent solution. And remember, this is possible that way, and then still you can use this magic seat function, so both ways. What an excellent piece of mechanical engineering. I mean, it's not a big vehicle, so it shouldn't consume too much. However, all this technology is very interesting, but does it really have like the most significant effect? And I have to say, I mean, it does work somewhat. It's also very interesting to drive, definitely. And indeed, we can score something lower than 5 liters on 100 kilometers. And yeah, I have to think about that's then 50 plus mpg for sure, even more than of course in the UK mpg figures. So actually that's quite good. So especially if you keep it a little bit gently and use the advantages of this drivetrain. Now for example running downhill, pure EV mode once again. Also the battery is being recharged then when you go on the brakes. So it's a very, very interesting system they went for here. And you also have to think about when you're on the motorway then, which we are soon going on to, then you still have that optimum driving efficiency from the combustion engine. And also, why are they going for this generator solution? That's the reason that even when it's not directly powering the front wheels, they want to keep it in a window of efficiency that the combustion engine still is running very well, and that it's doing that exactly when it's generating power for the generator. So again, very interesting concept. In general, about the driving experience here, it's a very easy drive. The steering is light, still precise, so it feels nice and sporty. You have a good comfortable seating position. The fabric of the seats, I told you earlier, is very, very well done, really high quality. It's a completely different driving experience here if you compare it to the previous generation. This one feels so much more sophisticated, really, really cool. And the overview is excellent. So remember that they have put the A-pillars here especially 50% smaller. And that's why you have a good overview to all the sides, also to the rear. So excellent overview, so easy to handle. This, spokeless steering wheel also looks quite fancy and is very, very nice to control. Suspension so far seems to me like a good compromise. It's not too soft, the car is not shaking up too much. And see here, totally fine. And I didn't get any serious bumps and, that were to respond to the lower back or so. So also happy with that. You have some kind of a small van atmosphere because of this window construction here in the front. So it's some kind of a traveling feeling when looking forward. That makes also the car from the inside appear a little bit larger. You don't feel like driving the tiniest vehicle, I think that's also a good thing. And the seating position itself is also quite upright and really spacious area here. So while driving, you feel very comfortable, absolutely in control, easy control as well. And again, very spacious. They really use the space they have. The exterior-interior relation is very well done. And also these EV driving moments make the drive really calm. That also contributes to a high quality feeling. You just hear less noise. They also massively improve the sound dampening, noise insulation in general with the vehicle. And you also, by the way, have the B mode, and you also have the Econ mode. The Econ mode then reduces the throttle input and so on. However, let's do it the other way around. And here for first acceleration from 40 kilometers to 80, let's just push it. Plop, that's it. Yeah, of course, with 9.4 seconds, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour or to 60 miles an hour, it's not a fast vehicle. It's 1.5 liter, 1.5 liter petrol engine, which is then, at some point, as I told you, sometimes directly powering the front wheels, sometimes not. Yeah, 109 horsepower, can't expect too much. It's more about this efficiency of the drivetrain. Now accelerating out from the traffic light. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. Also stable as for the front wheels, for example. Oh, really low standing sun here today. Now a little bit of countryside driving. And once again, a little bit of slalom, precise steering. Really like that. It's cool. And again, a little bit shaking up from the suspension, but not too much. Overall, quite okay. Here already the lane keeping assist is, quite a lot intervening, but I have here, right thumb, one click, one separate button, and then that's off. And again, so straightforward, this user interface. So always when I think about something, wait a minute, I want to deactivate the lane keeping assist now. Okay, there's this clear button. I know where to do that. I don't have to read the user's manual before. That's good. Once again, well done. Nice and sporty feeling. And one more thing about this B mode, when I put the shifting gear backwards, then I leave the throttle and the car is decelerating a little bit stronger. It's not the strongest recuperation then, but that way you can also, gain back a little bit more energy. So why not using this B mode, definitely. And now let's see about the agile driving fun of this Honda Fit. Let's go fit up the hill, or should we rather go in a jazz style up the hill? But hey, that feels nice. Of course, the drivetrain, once again, is not a sporty one, no doubt. But steering-wise, it's a lot of fun and, really precise from the steering commands. Of course, it's not the most progressive steering, but it's actually fun putting that up here. Nice. So even though you drive a small vehicle, which is not the sporty, fanciest, exterior concept, you still can have some fun when going in these winding roads. And now to our conclusion for today with the all-new Honda Jazz, or the all-new Honda Fit. Exterior-wise, a lot of changes, looks more modern, or it looks more electric-alike, I think. And of course, as for the building form, as for the car segment, it's not the fanciest one. If you want it fancier, you would go for the retro styling with the Honda E, the all-electric small new Honda. Interior-wise, what a step forward in comparison to the predecessor, but also in comparison to the competitors. A clean, nice forward design, nice design for the steering wheel, straightforward user interface, more things digitalized on the one hand, on the other hand, hard knobs and buttons for what you needed for the climate unit, clicking sounds, good quality of all the buttons, what you feel. Yeah, some hardback materials of the door and on the dashboard and so on, but think about it, we're talking about that because everything else is really premium-like. The seats, probably the best seats in a small car, but not only there. One of the best seats I have seen ever, from the quality, from the comfort, from the feeling, how it's processed and the styling as well. Awesome job, both front and the rear. And then also this super intelligent concept with the magic seats. You can fold up from the lower part, but also fold down from the top part. Excellent engineering also just from these interior hardware parts, and also as for the trunk. So well usable, this car. Driving wise, good suspension, nice and precise steering. This hybrid drivetrain can be quite efficient indeed, so that's also scoring some good economy results. However, if it's really that useful to use such complicated technology and then also boost the price, I don't think that's a good move. I think it would have been easier just to stay with a normal petrol engine and maybe install like a normal mild hybrid system and so on, because I think the biggest problem of the vehicle that the price really went up due to this new hybrid drivetrain. So that's basically the only big problem. Everything else, I have to say, is, probably segment leading. Such a great interior solution, and recently we've test driven the Hyundai i20 in the new generation. That one was also really excellent. Driving agility wise, that one was better. Here doesn't have the best driving agility, of course, and the drivetrain is also lacking a little bit of power, definitely, and there are no big alternatives to that. So the extra price for the hybrid drivetrain and also that it's lacking power, these are the downside. Everything else is so well done with this vehicle. Definitely a very hot pick here in the small car segment. What do you think? Leave me your comments in our comment section. See you there in the discussion, and I hope to see you also next time.